the past couple of weeks, we caught up on She-Hulk, the newest Marvel Studios show that just came to a satisfying conclusion. Aiden, what's the plot of She-Hulk?
In She-Hulk, the Hulk's cousin, whose name is
Jennifer Walters,
is on a road trip with the Hulk when they crash their car, and she gets some of the Hulk's gamma-radiated blood on herself, which gives her Hulk powers, and she can turn into She-Hulk. This gets her fired from her law firm job, but she then gets a job as the head of superhuman law at a different firm and does lawyer stuff and sometimes fights some guys. So Connor, what do you think of She-Hulk, attorney at law?
I like She-Hulk. I thought the ending was a little, kind of broke the fourth wall a little too much. Kind of took it a little too far. But for the most part, the first 7 episodes of She-Hulk Attorney at Law were some Marvel Television's best work since the Netflix shows. I liked the idea of making it kind of a procedural show, a lawyer show. Like the stuff with Abomination was really funny. It actually had a lot of laughs in it.
Yep.
That I thought were genuinely really good. It was shot kind of bland, but it got the job done. And She-Hulk as a character was relatable and funny. With that said, there wasn't a lot of action, and there wasn't a lot of stuff you'd expect from your average Marvel show. The finale kind of brought light to this by breaking the fourth wall to the point where she met up with a Kevin Feige robot. The finale kind of felt like they didn't know how to end the season.
Yeah.
So they went a little too all out with it, and it kind of took the concept too far.
Yep.
But I thought the first, 7 or 8 episodes were really good. And it was fun seeing people like Daredevil back in the spotlight, and seeing people like Tim Roth as Abomination back. It was kind of a cool reunion of a lot of people from Marvel Television of old, as well as people like Tim Roth who were in the original Incredible Hulk but haven't been in the show in years.
Yeah.
Or haven't been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in years. So there's a lot of fun callbacks, a lot of new stuff that I thought was kind of fun. And the show overall is pretty funny. I just really didn't fuck with the finale much. I thought the concept took it a little too far. And I thought it kind of underplayed the MCU. It's like lore and concept. Like I didn't really mind the fourth wall breaking to an extent. But when they took it on that last episode, I thought it was just a little too far.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell what's actually supposed to be canon or what's not, and it just makes it...
Her talking to the camera occasionally, like it's fucking Saved by the Bell's fine. The last episode is stupid.
And it felt like they just didn't know how to end the season.
Yeah.
Which you could have just satisfactorily ended the season the way they ended the season. I just think the overall fourth wall breaking stuff was stupid and not necessary. It felt like they had 20 minutes of episode written for the finale, and then they just needed to pad it out, and that's what they did. So that was kind of a disappointing ending, because otherwise I would think that it's largely one of the better shows in the MCU, up there with like WandaVision and Loki. But WandaVision has a bunch of disappointing shit, and Loki, I felt like this show overall interested me more than Loki. It's just Loki was solid throughout, where this finale was really weak for me. So Aiden, what did you think of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law?
She-Hulk is good. I was super not interested in watching She-Hulk. I expected the worst. I thought it was just going to be miserable to sit through, but it's good. It's fun. It falls apart at the end. The last episode, as we've said, is a little too meta when she meets Kevin Feige robot and criticizes how repetitive the MCU is. I'm sure there are people who collect Funko Pops thought it was the most best thing ever. It was not a good ending. It was a fucking really stink ending. And I think when the show actually gets down to its plot, like the first several episodes are pretty standalone, where you got the whole, she helps Abomination get out on parole, and Abomination hasn't been in the movies for 15 years, and you know, they play around with him being reformed, and he writes haikus, and it's fun, it's goofy. There's almost no action, which is refreshing. It's just like a show about people doing things and going through things, like a real TV show. And it's fun, it's goofy, it's enjoyable, it's occasionally funny. It's also kind of got the Harvey Birdman thing going on, where it's like every episode is centered around some obscure old character coming back, basically. So it's kind of fun in that way. You know, Daredevil hasn't been around in a while, and they have some fun with him. Tim Roth. Hulk has a son, apparently. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it means something.
Scar. He banged the queen of Scars, and he had a son named Scar, who is a Hulk who
I saw that.
has a big ass sword.
But the thing's kind of, you know, you got this little drama about a lawyer. She's trying to find love, and it's fun and it's cute. And then in the last 2 episodes, the threat of the series turns out to be incels who post on the internet mean things about women, and then they go to the incel convention, and then she meets Kevin Feige robot and says, "I don't like this ending, let's just have Daredevil comes to my family barbecue." So like the last 2 episodes kind of just like get completely derailed, because they like, at some point they were like, we need to make incel.com the main villain, and there's really no way to conclude that plot line. And instead of like doing what you'd expect, which is continue doing what the show does with like a lawsuit or something, it's just stupid. So the ending is pretty fucking bad. But I think the rest, fun, unique. Unlike WandaVision, it doesn't completely play out its gimmick. There's almost no action, which is very refreshing. It's cute, it's fun, and I liked it.
I will say WandaVision and She-Hulk feel like the only 2 shows that actually needed to be TV shows, where the rest of them just felt like they could have been movies, but they decided they would stretch the budget into a TV show to get Disney Plus subscribers instead of movie ticket revenue.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
She-Hulk and WandaVision are the only 2 that needed to. Hawkeye was a stretched ass movie. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, stretched ass movie.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a stretched ass 15-minute short fucking internet video. They stretched into like 9 hours. I feel like if Disney Plus didn't exist, Falcon and the Winter Soldier would have been like a fucking 5-minute YouTube short.
Loki could have been a show or a movie. Loki kind of works as a show, but you know.
This one actually takes advantage of being a show by being like episodic, and you know, it's not just a long ass movie, it's a series of different things that happen across multiple episodes. Wild concept. Anyway, Connor, would you recommend She-Hulk?
Yes, I would. I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for a Marvel action show, but it's actually pretty good television. And if you can get past the fact that the main character has a vagina, you might like it. I hate to be one of those incel call-out people, but you know there's like a handful of people in our audience who will probably hate on the show just because She-Hulk has a vagina and they need to talk around it. But Aiden, would you recommend this awesome show, She-Hulk?
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's different. It's the first time I've enjoyed the MCU in a while. And probably the last time I'll enjoy it for a while, given that we have to watch Wakanda Forever in like a month or something. And we ain't even fucking...
Okay, but
The
Secret
story for
Invasion's
Wakanda Forever
the next TV show, which might actually be good.
Have they finished writing the story for Wakanda Forever, or are they still rewriting it? I know that
Probably rewriting
like 3 months after they shot the movie, they were still rewriting it. I'm like, how the crap?
Well, we know Shuri's gonna be Black Panther, and we know Namor's in it.
Yeah.
But Secret Invasion should be kind of a based Marvel TV show. I'm actually kind of excited for that.
And we know from the trailer that the first 25 minutes is going to be really sappy, awful tribute to the life and times of
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Secret Invasion is stars Sam Jackson fighting Skrulls, so that should be fun.
I thought the Skrulls were the good guys.
They're the bad guys too.
Oh.
They're whatever guys. The movies.
The whole point of Captain Marvel is that the Skrulls are good in this universe. To be a
I don't know,
twist,
but it's
because
probably
the
gonna
other
have a
guys
fucking
get
hell of
bad.
a budget if Sam Jackson's the main character, so I'm actually pretty excited.
Or they'll put all the budget towards Sam Jackson and will look like complete ass otherwise.
That's possible too.
Yeah, She-Hulk, good. I'd watch it. Ending sucks, but you kind of have to watch it. There's like no way around that. I guess you could just skip the last 2 episodes. They're the only plot relevant ones, so just make up your own ending. It's probably better than when she yells at Kevin Feige about mansplaining or whatever the fuck. I was completely tuned out when Kevin Feige showed up. But yeah, it's good. It's a good show.
That is a good show. Anyway, see you guys.